So Joey Porter Jr. thinks he's the best cornerback in the NFL. The second-year corner was asked by the Athletics' Mark Kaboly who the best of the best was, and Porter wasn't shy about touting his talent. Me for sure, Porter said last week at Steelers OTAs. So I have mixed emotions on this one. One, you appreciate the confidence, but I think I'm leaning more in the other direction, which is you just stay humble and let your play do the talking, let your work do the talking for you. Walter Payton, one of the NFL all-time greats, said when you're good at something, you tell everyone. When you're great, they'll tell you. I don't know if it's just me getting old. Maybe it's just me getting old, honestly. Maybe I wouldn't be thinking this way as much 5-6 years ago. But the more you live life, the more you think that's the right way to approach life and approach your craft and approach your career. So I think it's coming more from the perspective of just, wanting JPJ to put himself in the best spot possible. Because when you do the talking, you might be at times putting an unnecessary target on your back. Because what do wide receivers already want to do against the cornerbacks and against the defense they're going up against? They want to route them up. They want to have success. They want to go off. They want to have career days against cornerbacks. But what do you think they want to do whenever you got a guy talking and saying that he's the best cornerback in the league? They want to absolutely embarrass them. Again, not saying that they don't want to go out there and embarrass every cornerback that they're going up against, but I think we get it, right? When there's a headline out there, when there's a storyline out there, there's some extra motivation. And a lot of times it's unnecessary. A lot of times that headline wouldn't even be made if a team or a player wasn't talking, wasn't putting their business out there in the media. So I think that's why I'm leaning just, hey, you don't need to say this. Now, the thing is, Porter ain't that far off in saying that he's the best. The problem is it's only based off of 1 year, and typically when you're talking about being the best or being top 5 or being elite at your given position, it's got to be at least like a couple years, 2-3 years of you doing it at that high level. Although, I got to admit, we didn't do that with Sauce Gardner in his rookie year. Now, he did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and JPJ didn't get that accolade last year in his rookie year. But, for example, we look at Puka Nacua, right, with the Rams. He had top 5 numbers as a receiver. We're not saying he's top 5 because we want to see him do it for multiple seasons in a row. And with JPJ, or just, pretty much any position, that's typically how we do it. You gotta keep performing. You got to do it for multiple years. It's that consistency. That's the type of stuff that sets you apart. That's the type of stuff that makes you elite. So JPJ, with only 1 year under his belt, like, you got to prove it. You got to do it again. We got to see flashes. We got to see firsthand flashes of a cornerback that we thought was going to be our CB1, our franchise quarterback, do it in his rookie year. It looked really promising in his rookie year, and then completely fade away and become a journeyman, and that was Artie Burns. I don't think JPJ's going to go that route. I really don't. I think him growing up around the NFL, him knowing what it is going to take, I think all that stuff helps, and I think he's just flat out right better than an Artie Burns up to this point. Like, Porter's rookie year is way better than what Artie Burns' rookie year was. But, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it, man. But, like, just based off last year, I don't think Porter's that far off. Like, I think that was probably a top 10 cornerback season in the league. Like, at least maybe you make the case for top 5. I don't know exactly, but, like, yeah, he's not far off. Definitely not far off. And he even says there's a lot of good DBs in this league. Nobody was doing what I was doing, going against wide receiver ones the entire year and locking them down. I don't care if I'm mentioned among the top cornerbacks or not, because they are going to hear my name eventually. So you like that energy. You do. And maybe it's just why I'm hesitant, or I want to put up like this caution tape for Porter saying these comments, is because of that cornerback position, and you're on an island, and that's one position, man, where confidence and things can waver so much, like season in, season out, game by game. Like, look at Ike Taylor. We talk about Ike Taylor being one of the best cornerbacks in Steelers franchise history. There was a time in his prime he was benched by Bill Cowher, man. Like, this is coming off of us winning a Super Bowl in 2005. It was our first Super Bowl of that era. And Ike Taylor was our number one cornerback then. He gets benched the next year. Like, absolutely benched. He turned it around, but, like, that cornerback position, it's just different. Because I don't feel this way. Like, I don't have, whenever Pickens says, like, oh, I got snubbed from the Pro Bowl, or I'm, like, the best receiver in the league, like, I don't have, like, the hesitant thoughts, or, like, do we need to be saying this? No, I'm like, all right, whatever Pickens says, it goes. Like, I'm good with Pickens saying whatever. Maybe it's just the cornerback position. And knowing how things can fluctuate in that position, and things can, like, snap, or things can just flip on like a snap of a finger. Maybe that's it. And I'm just looking out for JPJ. You know what I'm saying? But you do like the confidence. I think he's going to back it up too. I truly do. But if he doesn't have to put that headline out there, then why do it? You know, maybe he could have went the Larry Fitzgerald approach of just being like, I think highly of myself. There's a lot of good corners in the league. There's Jalen Ramsey. There's this dude, and I'm just gonna keep working hard, and just to see myself be put in that category, to be put in that class. You could say something like that. Say some non-answer. Deep down, you think you are the best of the best and better than all those guys, but maybe you don't have to put that unnecessary target on your back. Again, maybe I'm just getting old. You guys tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, I got kind of just two sides, or two perspectives from this quote JPJ put out there. That's all. I don't hate it, but it's just more like, you did awesome your rookie year, but now you got to keep doing it. You got to keep proving it. Do we got to make this comment right now? Do we got to? But I also could see him being the best by season's end. I could see that. If he keeps up what he was doing in his rookie year, yeah, we should be having those conversations. We should be. He might be in depoy conversations. Now, depoy talk, that a lot of that depends on the splash plays and the picks, but dude, he was locking down the top receivers. DeAndre Hopkins, whenever we played the Titans, he did nothing. There's a couple other big name receivers that JPJ followed last year, and they did nothing. He's got to work on the penalties a little bit, but I'll take, the one random penalty a game that, all right, we'll give the offense a first down, but the opposing wide receiver one is pretty much doing nothing all game. I'll take that trade-off. Absolutely. I think most of us will. But if he could clean up the penalties, he can continue locking down wide receiver ones, maybe get a couple more splash plays, like, yeah, we are talking about him being the best cornerback in the league. No doubt about it. And how do you get to that? Like, I guess you do got to envision that for yourself. You got to believe in yourself to that degree. But you got to put it out there in the public. That's my only thing. But that's it for today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Stay chilling. Peace.